Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is up? I am Hyrule Tech, also known as Joseph Inghas, and today I am joined by my good friend Captain Venton Tyflo, whatever he's going by these days, Eric.
Hey!
And
Hey.
we're coming back at you guys with another Pokemon video because the last one did very well, and I was like, oh, okay, so people want to know about this stuff and people want to listen to this. So, we're back at it again, and today's topic is a wish list for the Pokemon game coming to Switch. Now, there hasn't been one announced, so this video is going to be a wish list on what we want to see come to a Pokemon game for Switch. So, Eric, I want you to start. Give me the first thing that you want for this Pokemon game on Nintendo Switch.
Man, I don't know if you played Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Gold and Silver Crystal.
I did.
Okay, well, so in those games, you can have a Pokemon walk behind you.
Right, yes,
And
I
they haven't
remember that.
had, yeah, and they haven't had it in like any of the other games. And I mean, it's just so cool to have like these big old legendaries following you, with these like little trash ass Pidgeys. Oh, part of my language, some trash Pidgeys in the beginning of the game following you. But I mean, it's just a cool feature that I feel could definitely add like just a small detail that could still have a pretty positive influence on the game.
Dude, I forgot about that. That was such a good feature. That was such a
Uh,
good feature.
yeah, it's super cool.
I loved
It's
having a
like
companion, and I feel like it made like a more realistic approach to the game because you felt like Ash, because Ash always had Pikachu around, and then I could have whatever Pokemon I wanted around. I
exactly.
loved that. Okay, I like that one. All right, are you ready for mine?
I
So
am.
my first one's not going to be that exciting, but trust me, by the last one, your mind's going to be blown. Okay,
Okay.
the first one that I think should happen is a higher resolution, better textures, stuff like that. I don't want it to look just like the 3DS versions of the game. I want it to look like a console game.
Okay,
Because
that's
if it's
understandable.
going to be on the Switch, it should look better. The Pokemon should look better. It shouldn't be these pixely things, you know? It should be high resolution, high quality 3D models of these Pokemon.
Dude, I completely agree.
So that's my
Um,
first one.
so that kind of leads me into one of my other points
Oh,
there.
okay.
And so I guess I'll just begin. Basically, what you're trying to tell me is add a similar to like Coliseum and XD, the two
Yes.
games on the GameCube, because those two games are my favorite Pokemon games of all time, without a doubt.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the DS handheld versions on Game Boy and all that. They're all good, but those two games changed. They changed the game literally, having a real world aspect, having like this like they're all third person, but having like this more 3D model character before 3D models really existed.
Right.
And like to see all the Pokemon in 3D, two or three generations before X and Y came out that had 3D models, it was like this game changer. I know I said that like three times,
No,
but
it's true,
it's
though.
honestly like if they make it similar to that, where you can like explore the region in that type of like, I guess, texture and stuff, I think
Right.
it'd be really cool.
I agree with that. That actually leads me into my next point on my wish list, which is a more quote unquote mature RPG style. You know, change up the formula a little bit. Don't have it be the exact same formula as the rest of the games. I understand if this first Pokemon game is going to be a port of Sun and Moon and upres models and stuff, but if we get other games, I want it to be more mature, you know? I want it to be more difficult. I want there to be more depth, not just this you battle all of the gym leaders and blah blah blah, and then you go face the final four or whatever, or and then you
Yeah,
meet a legendary and then that's it. I want
yeah.
elements where I can go do side quests and all this stuff, and I want a big open world that I can explore. Not a top
I
down view anymore. I want, you know, a third person perspective like Breath of the Wild or
I was gonna
what
say you
Mario
basically just
Odyssey
want a
looks
Breath of the
like.
Wild. You
Yeah.
basically just want Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, not where like there's just Pokemon walking around in the wild, but I want that third person perspective instead of the top down perspective that
Act-
we've been getting.
actually, actually, having Pokemon actually walk around in the world, that'd be pretty
No.
darn
No,
cool.
see, There's one defense against that, and the defense against that is the fact that if you do that, then people could go and find the legendary at the beginning of the game, and it would break the game.
I guess so, but
It would
the
break the
legendary
whole
is gonna.
formula.
Well, the legendary would be a really high level, and so if it's similar to a Zelda game, let's say Twilight Princess, you can't just go to the final boss right at the beginning. You have to actually
Right.
sort of play it step by step.
Right, but there's still ways around it, and
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that's just the main thing against that. But no, what I want is a more mature RPG style. I want there to be a huge grind. I want it to be like this, over 100 hours of content. I want DLC for my game, all kinds of stuff.
So basically, Coliseum and XD with a better, like an enhanced console, which the Switch can, like function as. Because the GameCube was cool, but it didn't have the opportunity, I guess, or
Yep.
the ability to have DLC and like online buying stuff and all that stuff. But with the mature background, I guess, or storyline. Coliseum and XD did have a Coliseum had a pretty mature storyline. This guy who was a criminal basically blew up his own entire organization and killed a whole bunch of people, and then ran away, and then just started rocking his old crew that started trying to turn everything into these dark Pokemon.
Right.
Then in XD Gale of Darkness, they basically turned Lugia into a shadow Pokemon to destroy the world and stuff. Like, that was some pretty crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they sort of brought that back, I feel like it could be cool.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. So that was that your next point?
Yeah, that kind of was. Well, it kind of just leads into like a shadow Pokemon that they had,
Okay.
where you could catch other trainers' Pokemon because they were bad Pokemon, and you had to battle with them and purify them and stuff. Like, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
But
kind of a
honestly,
cool element.
I just want new Pokemon. It's basically like my next point. Like, I just want more Mega Evolutions. I want some more Pokemon. I want some crazy Shadow Pokemon.
That's fair.
Like,
That's fair.
that's all I really want, to be
Okay.
honest. Like, I'm pretty sure any Pokemon fan could agree that more Pokemon is usually better.
Right. All right. So, my next thing, this goes away from the theme that we have been doing, but I want local wireless PvP battles, and I know that this is probably like a given, but if it's not included, I'd be very upset. I want to be able to have two switches next to each other without Wi-Fi, just be able to plop them down and play. This is like the PvP aspect that we were promised for Pokemon Go, but we never got.
Yeah.
I want to be able to just have this to carry around, plop down my Switch, and fight someone on the spot.
Well, I mean, the Switch is sort of like a cross between the 3DS and the Wii U, and
Right.
so the 3DS has that ability. If they don't have that on the Switch, then that'd be pretty dumb.
I think it'd be a game breaker.
But can't stuff like Mario Kart and stuff already be played down like that?
Yes,
Like,
they can. They can. That's why I know it's
so
possible.
yeah, so that's definitely a guarantee. That's a given. That's a given.
Yeah, I know it was a smaller point, but I
I
still want
kind
to get
of
it in
no.
there.
Adding on to that, if they had more than just local battles, if they had local mini games, sort of like One Two Switch or
Yeah.
stuff like that, and you had like all these random little like mini games with Pokemon, similar to Pokemon Stadium. I don't know if you ever played that, but back in the day on the Nintendo 64, it was just a game full of mini games and like all
Right.
these random things. And if you had that like ability to do that, and maybe the more you play different games you can unlock, or just like sort of little challenges like that, then I feel like it added like this whole new fun aspect to getting friends to play with you and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
I
Okay.
feel like that could be pretty cool.
Do you have another one?
I do.
Okay.
So this one's pretty big.
All right.
Literally
I'm ready.
multiple regions.
Ooh.
And so if you have the ability, let's say you can choose which region you start in.
Okay.
So like if you wanted to just make it simple for this case, let's say like Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, the first three regions like created
Right.
in Pokemon franchise, you can choose which region you start in. And then once you finish that region or get through your side quest or your main quest, then you can choose Kanto or Johto next. And then
Wow.
like you could do some like crossovers like that. So everyone's story is a little bit different. Everyone can do a little bit of different side quests. Similar to that Star Wars game we played, where you could choose which planet you wanted to start on and stuff.
Yeah. That
If it was
was.
something, if it was something similar to that, and yeah, you can follow the main storyline and you're supposed to, but you can also switch over to other planets or regions in this case. I feel like that'd be pretty darn cool.
That is an insane concept, and I love that. I actually love that. All right, are you ready for my next one?
I am.
So I don't have this one written down, but I just thought of it, and I want this in the next one. I want to have. I don't know if this is available in Sun and Moon or any of the previous ones, but just like Mario Kart 8, I want there to be a feature where people can create their own tournaments.
Ooh,
So like I could
that's
set up a tournament and it could be an invitational, it could be an open one, have a certain amount or limit where you can have a tournament set up within the game where certain people play certain people and everything gets set up that way so you guys don't have to always play locally and set up the tournament on your own. Like have it built in, have times, have dates, all that, have
yeah.
limitations, all kinds of stuff. Like have requirements to be in it, all kinds of stuff, and just have that in the game as an option, like at the end game. So there's something to look forward to once you beat the game.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And that would make it really easy for stuff like Smogon, which is one of like the biggest like Pokemon community like web pages slash groups.
Hmm.
They basically like start tournaments, they run all these tournaments, they run leagues like draft style leagues where each person or each team drafts a Pokemon one at a time, similar to like an NFL draft or something like that.
Right.
And so they do all these crazy tournaments like every couple months and stuff. And so having that feature would make it a lot easier
Oh yeah, I
for
agree.
them. So I definitely think that could be super cool.
I agree. You got another one?
I don't, but
All
I
right.
mean, if you want to give me a little bit to think of one, I'm
Well,
just kidding.
are you ready for the last one? This is the big one.
I think so.
Okay, so I don't know exactly how this could be implemented or if it would break the game or if this needs to be in a different kind of game, but we need to have amiibo support for this game.
Ooh, that'd
Give
be
me
cool.
an amiibo line with all of the Pokemon. I don't care. Make all the Pokemon amiibo. If it's a Sun and Moon port, then give me the Sun and Moon starters and their final forms and the legendaries. Give me those in amiibo form with some kind of added incentive.
Ooh,
Not
that's
even
actually really
not
cool.
even like you get those Pokemon, but like think about how just like in Breath of the Wild where if you got certain ones and you got certain items, think if you got like a legendary, then it gave you like 5 great balls or master balls. Or like if you got one of the starters, then it could help you. So like if you got I don't know the starters' names in Sun and Moon because they got all crazy.
Decidueye, Incineroar, and
The
Primarina.
fire one, say you got the fire one, you got him as a starter.
Incineroar.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
gave you like a certain thing that
Like maybe
relates
like
to
a
him.
fire boosting item.
Yeah,
Or maybe you got his Z move, which is his signature move, and so it's like a
exactly.
one hit
So it
each
promotes
battle.
it promotes the amiibo line, gives me something collectible, and then also gives me a boost in the game.
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy to
All
think
right.
about.
Here's
The,
another thing that goes with this, and this we might have to make a separate video just on this next thing that I'm going to tell you. All right.
okay,
Here's my idea. So you know how there's the Pokemon trading cards, right?
I do know that there are Pokemon trading
You know
cards.
how they don't usually sell as well as the video games and stuff, but they are still pretty popular.
Yeah, they are pretty popular, but they don't sell as much as the video games. I do agree.
So you know how they made the Animal Crossing trading cards with amiibo functionality built in?
I did not know that,
Well, they
but
made a line of Animal Crossing amiibo cards instead of figurines cards because they were cheaper. They came in a pack and they were completely randomized, and they helped you unlock stuff in the Amiibo Fest or in the Animal Crossing Festival game that came out on Wii U.
hmm
What if they did that same concept but started doing that with Pokemon trading cards?
okay. I feel like so. First, your point was like they're really gonna make 720 dang original amiibo and then have to mass produce those. But cards? Cards seems a little bit.
Just think about
That's
it though, because people already buy the Pokemon cards. So,
yeah,
so if you just change the concept where you got NFC cards, they'd be around the same price. I'm pretty sure they're around the same price anyways. They might
yeah.
be a little bit more expensive, but if you change to that where people got card sets, the people who collect Pokemon cards in the first place would still collect their cards. But now they would have an added incentive to go and buy a Switch and buy the Pokemon game because they know that if they get it, then they're getting extra rewards inside of the Pokemon game.
And the people who buy the Switch and
And the
buy
people
the
who buy the
games
Switch
would go
will
and
buy
buy
the
the
cards.
cards. That's actually crazy. That's actually possible too. Like that's a realistic thing.
I know. I thought about that before we made this video, and I think that that would be a fantastic idea. If you add an Amiibo support to a Pokemon game, it's going to sell like crazy anyways, but with
Yeah.
Amiibo support, it'll sell even crazier because people go crazy for those figures.
They'll like restock and then 5 minutes later all the Mewtwo's are gone or whatnot.
Exactly.
Like that's crazy.
Exactly. So, how you feel about that?
You said you were gonna blow my mind, and my mind's pretty blown. I was pretty skeptical at first. What does this dude got up his sleeve? But now,
See, it's a big discussion that we could probably do an entire video on.
that's I have no words to describe my feeling right now.
Alright, well, there is our video on our wish list of Pokemon for Switch. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more Pokemon content, please make sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please make sure to like it. If you disliked it, also give it a dislike. But if you dislike the video, then just comment down below and tell me what I can do better.
Actually, just don't dislike the video.
Yeah,
Just
don't do
leave a
that.
like
We
anyway.
had 2 dislikes on the last Pokemon video, and nobody's telling me what we did wrong, so I don't know what to do better. So please, give me feedback.
I feel like instead of disliking, you should just not like or dislike at all.
I mean, that works too. This has been
Or
Joey.
you could go leave a like on my channel and no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, there you go. If you're gonna
A
leave a
plug.
dislike on my channel, just go leave a like on Eric's channel.
Or go leave a dislike on my channel.
That too. Well, thank you guys for watching. This has been Joey, also known as Hyrule Tech. I have been here with Eric.
What's up? I mean, see ya. I don't know.
I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.